What if I told you that one connection changed my entire life? That my whole trajectory shifted with just one person I met. And then it happened many more times with other people I met because of this initial connection. What I was frustrated by for the longest time is that there seemed to be people who knew someone for everything. They wanted to get a discount on a car, they knew a guy, they needed to get a cottage for the weekend. They can get one for cheap instead of spending hundreds or thousands of dollars. Worse than that, I had met these people that said they could travel to a dozen different countries, they had friends all over the place, they could crash on their couch. And I thought, wow, there's like no one I would let crash on my couch. How the heck does that work? But over the last decade, I have figured it out because I was obsessed with these ideas, especially after I saw it working for myself. Because when I first changed cities and jobs a decade ago, all my friends were my brother's friends. I had never had to make contacts. I had never dated anyone. I had never done anything. But 3 weeks after my move, I met someone who connected me to the rest of his social circle. I ended up on television. I got my first girlfriend. And even the first YouTube videos I edited a few months ago, I was able to get his expertise on. And the trajectory of that relationship set off so many others. I'm here to tell you, if you've been very frustrated and annoyed, it only takes one to start a chain reaction that changes everything. So let me let you on a little secret. This is a lot easier than you might expect. You don't have to go out and talk to thousands of people and hope that one of them just secretly likes you. You can actually do things tactically that help you meet the right people and get a chain reaction going for yourself that just starts making this process automatic. Friends are actually bringing new friends to you instead of you having to go out all the time and keep meeting people. See, when I first started, I was going to a lot of meetups, and of course, people going to meetups want to meet more like-minded people. But as I started to niche even more, and I found Facebook groups and communities where people were trying to build deeper, more meaningful connections, I started to find that if I traveled to a new city, I messaged one of the people in these groups and said, "Hey, John, I'm Alex. I've seen some of your posts. I would love to meet up with you when I'm in New York City." About 90% of the time, people said yes because they were there for this in the first place. Coffee with a stranger who is into a topic that none of your local friends are into. That's awesome. And by doing that many times, I got my first ever scenarios where people told me, "Hey, if you're ever back in town, I have a couch you can crash on." And I was like, oh my God, that's how you get these kind of connections. Having something I deeply care about, talking to other people who deeply care about it, and then just sharing each other's vulnerabilities in that space. And it just very naturally feels like I got years of connections in short conversations. And as I kept meeting in these kinds of spaces, I started to notice what I liked. Some of them were very extroverted, friendly, and jovial. Others were just cool, suave, relaxed. And I naturally picked up my own versions of their skills in a way that felt natural for me, just by observing, paying attention, active listening, enjoying the process, being excited to meet them, asking myself, how can I provide value? How can I get value? How can this just be an awesome experience for the both of us? And then whatever comes up is what I engaged in. There were some friends I've made along the way who I lost contact with, and then I would have reinvited them to a cottage outing or an event. And it just so happens that our goals and purposes are aligned in this moment. Then once again, we catch up as if all this time we've been apart was non-existent, and we connect in a much more deeply meaningful way by having this shared purpose and meaning between our interactions. And now I have friends that I know I can rely on for sales, marketing, business advice, video editing, every skill I care about right now. I have someone who can help me with it, and I'm so grateful for all of them and all the help they've provided just because of getting out there, making connections, reinforcing those connections, allowing them to grow and build and manifest into something, and not judging anyone who fell out of my life or whose priorities changed for a period, but having a reason to go back to them to reach out again, offer something awesome, and to reconnect in this space that we both care about, we both find meaningful, and in this space is where true magic happens. As I continue forwards with this channel, I'm going to talk about the practical skills and the more inner game required of how I found this space in myself, and maybe you can find the equivalent of this space in yourself too. I don't guarantee it, but I can guarantee that this approach makes the journey much more awesome and much more fun.